team says, heck no, we're not fighting Boots in January or anytime soon, because Boots' team said that they had something going already in January. So Vergil's team came out de volada and said, we're not doing anything now or later. What do you think about all that mess, Mile High? Are we even going to see this fight ever? I mean, is this ever going to happen for us? Or are we just going to see this back and forth and it never happening? I mean, Vergil's already 27. We got to see something from him. As far as a big fight.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Boots is just trying to promote himself. There's been a lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of talks about him backing out of fights, him doing this with more than one fighter. You know what I mean? Having a verbal agreement and then uh, not wanting to step up to the plate. So I don't know. He's definitely needs to step up in competition. You know, it's time for him. You know, I like him. I think he's a good fighter. I think but a lot of his guys are sold on him. Like he's the next second coming. Like he could whoop Crawford. He's got to prove that still, man. He's got to get in there. You know, Crawford doesn't gain nothing from fighting him, and Vergil, I don't know if Vergil, gets anything from fighting him. He's moving up into Virgil's weight class. You know what I mean? Vergil, I believe, is already champion at that weight. So Virgil needs to focus on all the guys who are holding the belts. You know, he's got bigger, fish to fry. Like, hey, let's get a couple more of these belts, and I control everything. He's definitely already the A side. So this might just be jockeying for money and probably trying to catch a buzz to see where the fight's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, Chris. Boots' pops is saying we got chingazos. We're ready to go. And Virgil's dad saying, no, we don't got no chingazos. Nothing is on paper. We're not going to fight now or soon. I mean, what do you think of all this? Who do you believe?
It's 50-50, but I gotta disagree a little bit with Mount High in certain things, because let's not forget Boots was at least a unified champion in the division. You get what I'm saying? But I do disagree with Boots trying to get a tune-up, considering he was a unified champion in the division. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you want to make a fight with a guy like Vergil Ortiz, I thought the perfect match for him was the common opponent, Sergey Bohachuk. I thought that was the perfect fight for him. You don't got to get a title fight, but fight a guy in the top 10, maybe even in the top 7. Fighting a guy outside the top 15, when, like, that's cool if you were just moving up with, you were not a champion in the weight. But, when you're a unified champion, I think at minimum coming up to the next weight class should at least be a former champ or at least a respectable contender. And a couple things haven't been the best for him business-wise. Like, I don't know. Some things he's won about it wrong business-wise, but I still believe it, because if I'm not mistaken, him and Vergil are the same age. Definitely. So it's not too far apart. And I feel like so far, Boots has had the better accoladed career. Vergil has a bit of more star power. But Boots hasn't, to be honest, to me, he hasn't disappointed me. He's just done some questionable business tactics, and I want him to grab his career by the neck, and you just live and die on your own choices. But I definitely did not like the whole tune-up, Josh Kelly, Rashidi Ellis thing. A guy of his caliber, I don't believe he should be taking a guy under his star status, moving up into a new weight division. As for Vergil, let's see what champion can he get. It's going to be hard for him to get. I don't at 154, considering 2 of the belts are with the PBC. It's going to be hard for anybody to get a shot at any of those guys. Just considering business wise, not even ranking wise, any of those things. I really think Mortazayev and Sebastian Fondora, trying to get any of those 2 guys in the ring business wise is going to be hard.
It is going to be tough, David. Boots Pops is saying, hey, man, January, pull up, dog. And Virgil's dad saying, chalucas, I ain't doing none of that. And not anytime soon. Do you take that as fear in Ortiz's team? Or what is it? Who do you believe? They say these guys, they say, both sides say they're lying. Who do you believe?
So actually, bro, that's not the way I heard it. It was like Eddie Hearn was saying that they have an agreement in place. Nothing's been signed. Boots apparently signed an agreement that after his next tune-up, Vergil Ortiz will be in early 2026. But he said, Hearn said this, Vergil on their side, they have yet to formally agree to it, but we've talked with Golden Boy. And they said that everything's been agreed to more or less, right? It's just a loose agreement, basically a handshake.
Right.
And the problem is Vergil Sr. is saying, hey, man, nobody talked to me. And then Vergil's manager, Rich Merigian, whatever that dude's name,
Yeah.
that vato jumped in too. He said, hey, there is no agreement unless I'm at the table. He wrote a long tweet about it. So like Vergil's side is getting all up in arms, right? But that doesn't mean that talks didn't take place. It's possible that Hearn and maybe Oscar De La Hoya or Eric Gomez or somebody from Golden Boy sat down and said, yo, let's outline the terms. What is something that we can bring to these guys that they might agree to? So that's probably what happens. Just a loose agreement, loose talks, right?
Yeah.
But it does sound like Vergil's team is going to play hardball if they do come together and start negotiating. They're going to say, hey, man, we tried to fight Boots 2 times, and they turned us down both times. And you know what's going to be the problem is both of those times were under Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh was going to pay them money for those 2 fights. Do you think Vergil's going to want to expect that same deal, right?
Yeah.
These talks aren't happening with Turki Al-Sheikh, bro. So that price point that they might have had during those first 2 talks is not going to be the same price point.
It probably won't.
That might be where there might be some issues, man. But I do think that fight needs to happen.
I don't think we need Turki Al-Sheikh for this fight, considering one guy's with Eddie Hearn and one guy's with Golden Boy.
No. But that's not what I'm saying, though, Chris. I'm saying Turki Al-Sheikh was involved in those first talks. That was Turkey money. Turkey money ain't everybody else money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to be Matchroom and Golden Boy that have to foot the bill for these talks.
Hey, Oscar's got some cash.
He got cash, bro. No doubt about it. He don't got Turkey money. He doesn't have Turkey money.
Oh, nobody does at this point, man. He's overpaying. But with the whole TKO thing, his agenda is coming true now. He wants to give basically fighters a base pay. So we're going to see, man. It's going to be a lot of promotional things going on, man. But let's see how it goes, man. I think it should happen, but I don't know. Do you want Boots in there right away? Should you let somebody get a belt, make the fight more meaningful, or do you just want to send 2 young guys to duke it out? Either or, people want to see the fight, whether there's belts involved or not. Obviously, belts make a fight more marketable for things, but give us a squabble, man. Why not? Give us a squabble. I don't see why not.
Looks like we have Turkey in the house or something.
Turkey's here, man. Go check him out. Turkey, get back.
Yo,
Go back.
I hated what he did after the Subriel Matias and Alberto Puello fight. Because I'm thinking business wise. Remember, this is
because nobody wants to see that guy Dalton Smith.
This is before Tank's issues came out that he got arrested again, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, if Alberto Puello wins this fight, they're gonna make him unify with Gary Antoine Russell on a Tank undercard. It was gonna be all championship fights. It was gonna be Scooter moving up to 130 to fight O'Shaquie Foster, a unification bout between Gary and Alberto Puello, and the rematch between Tank and Roach. That was really PBC's plan. Tank gets arrested. Puello loses the belt. They don't want to give him a rematch clause on top of that. He has a rematch clause because I spoke to Puello. He's in New York for the Dominican Day Parade. I spoke to him. And he's like, I have a rematch clause, but they kind of want to pay me a step aside for the rematch. He's like, I'm about to do just what Wilder did. I'm about to just go to court, and they're going to give him a date. And if not, they're just going to have to, So either way, it's a lot of things going on. I feel like a lot of things with Turki Al-Sheikh are starting to see, like, he has the money but he's lacking a lot of things. Like, I was on his boat, but I feel like he's lacking a lot of things just because you got money, you're missing. Like, Canelo Crawford hasn't had no type of promotion. Like, no type of promotion, no all access, nothing. How you don't have, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta sell fights. Like, and maybe if this fight was at the T-Mobile Arena, then you can say people are gonna come. But when I'm gonna be there, don't get me wrong, but to try to sell 55,000, we don't even have an undercard yet, and the fight's basically a month away. A lot of things are going on, man. I feel like he's got to get it together. The money doesn't mean you have everything, because a lot of these guys have the experience. So let's see, man. Let's see. I feel like 2026, we'll really see what he's about when the dust clears. I feel like the dust will clear a little bit after the Canelo fight. We kind of see what's next for Canelo, what's next for everybody else. Top Rank, we should have an idea more with Top Rank, because Top Rank is officially out of TV, but they're officially done after this year. Like, they still can actually put on another show, but they don't have no fighters to put on another show. They don't have no available fighters right now because their contract was to the end of the year. So if they really wanted to, they could have put another show, whether it be in Las Vegas, New York, or whatever the case may be. But they chose not to, surprisingly. So
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen. So we got some more cheese man. You know, I love the cheese man, David. Teofimo Lopez is screaming for Ryan. He says Ryan's hiding, but Shakur Stevens is coming and saying, I ain't hiding. I'm right here. Look for me. What do you make of all that, David?
What about as far as Teofimo and Shakur?
Yeah, is that going to happen?
I don't know, bro. It could happen, but is it a fight that I care to see? Actually, not really, man. I really liked Shakur's last performance. I thought it was a little bit reckless, a little bit more reckless. He didn't have to be that engaging, or like the part where he's laying against the ropes versus Cepeda. He didn't have to do all that, right? I thought he was very entertaining when he was fighting in the pocket with Cepeda, and he was clearly the better fighter. But he's already said he's not going to fight like that anymore. He felt like he got hit too much in that fight, which, yeah, he did, but no, he didn't. He still looked pretty clean when he came out of that fight.
Yeah.
So all that to say this, Shakur is going to go back to his stick and move, very safety first, cautious style. Do I want to see that versus a fighter like Teofimo, who has problems with movers and guys who can jump in and out of range and use lateral movement? That doesn't sound like an entertaining fight to me. I don't care to see it. But will it lead to something? On the one chance, if Shakur is planning to move up to 140 and he wants to stay there and campaign at 140, then yeah, let's go ahead and see it then. Because if he beats Teofimo, he gets the belts, and now he's got to compete against the 140 pounders out there. I'd like to see that in that case. But if he's just going to go up to fight Teofimo and then go back down to 135, man, I'd rather see him fight another 135 pounder. Go start unifying the belts.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, Mile High, we got Teofimo calling out Ryan. And then, Ryan's in a higher weight class. And then you got Shakur from a lower weight class saying, hey, I'm right here. What do you think of all that? And if one of them did happen, which one is more realistic? Mile High, you there?
I think the Teofimo Ryan fight, I think Teofimo makes Ryan look real bad. But Oscar's interested in working with Teofimo. He said on live that he likes him. He likes doing business with him. That he would even like to sign him and promote him. So I think they have a pretty good relationship. Ryan likes, or Oscar likes the way he promotes himself. That he's always flamboyant, and so like I said, they're used to doing business. Shakur, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight either, man. I wouldn't mind seeing those two fight either. Those two very skilled dudes in the ring. Let's see if Teofimo can get better, cut off the ring, and give him problems. We know Teofimo slick as well. You know what I mean? He looked good in that whole New York card. He's the only one who showed up, really. You know what I mean? And really performed. So salute to him. I thought he was being too much of a showman, but look, he's the one who came out and performed the most. So, and like I said, I think he makes Ryan look bad, and Ryan isn't really on good terms with Oscar, telling him, "Hey, get me those big fights, or don't even call me." Being very disrespectful, but that's the day's age now. You know what I mean? So I guess that sells fights too. Telling your promoter to, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
boxing
Mile
with
High, real
Chris.
quick.
What
I
do you
want to
think,
jump in
man?
on what you said about that, man. I
Go ahead,
agree,
David.
dude.
Then I'll move to Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to jump in on that one little point. I think you're right, man. I think Oscar is kind of tired of the bullshit with Ryan, all the BS that he has to put up with. I think he would love to put Teofimo and Ryan against one another, and I think Teofimo wins that fight hands down. I think he does. So
easy.
that way he gets Ryan out of his life, and he gets Teofimo a big win, and then they work together in the future after some point. I think that's the play.
Chris.